Am I supposed to? Okay. Love. Love, 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 love.
Sex.
I'm hesitant to make this video for 3 reasons. One, I don't want people to expect me to post content on a regular schedule. 2, I want to make sure I'm making these videos for myself. And 3, I really want to separate like me from like the Jack Ruhl Show. Because like freshman year and sophomore year, most of it's been like, oh, you're Jack Ruhl from the Jack Ruhl Show. No, that's me. And yeah, I really want to separate, like, I'm not Jack Ruhl from the Jack Ruhl Show. I just am me. I'm just Jack Ruhl. After my freshman year of college, I stopped doing the Jack Ruhl Show daily, and I kind of had an identity crisis. I thought people didn't like me, they only liked the show that I made, or the videos I made. And I was really tired of people seeing me as just Jack Ruhl from the Jack Ruhl Show. Nobody called me Jack, they called me Jack Ruhl. And I believe people only see you how they want to see you until you make them see you in some other way. So that's what I tried to do. For a very long time, I've struggled with feeling like I belong anywhere. A big issue I've faced is always telling myself that I didn't belong. And as Brene Brown would tell you, if you make that your mission, if you continually tell yourself you don't belong, then you're gonna see that because you've made that your mission. Your goal is to find reasons why you don't belong. And for the longest time, I saw those reasons because that's what I was looking for. I struggled a lot, and still do, with feeling like I don't belong, which seems like a silly thing, but at my core, all I really want is to feel valued and to feel accepted and like I belong. Not for anything I've done, but for who I am. For me, the worst is being worthless, and so where my identity was mainly in what I did in the Jack Ruhl Show, I had to fix that, because once I didn't have it, then I was like, oh, I feel worthless. So I had to figure that out. You lean this way a tiny bit?
Oh yeah, I did terrible. You're gonna do something stupid, aren't you?
For a long time, I thought I had to prove my worth by what I did, because as an Enneagram Type 3, I find my value and my identity in my work and what I do, and in my accomplishments, which is great because I love working, but when you have your identity in that, it gets a little bit hard. Back in high school, I had this idea that if I worked harder, or if I achieved more things, then people would like me, and therefore I would belong. But that's a lie. And the lesson I've since learned about belonging is that in order to feel like you belong, you have to first learn how to belong to yourself. And that
True belonging doesn't require you to change who you are. It requires you to be who you are.
So for the last 2 years, I've been trying to reverse my mindset and just learn what it means to truly belong to myself. And although it's hard, the good thing is that if you can tell yourself that you belong and you make that your goal, you can start to look for reasons why you do. And so although my instinct tells me that I need to work harder in order to belong, the truth is actually the opposite of that. I've learned that in order for me to truly belong and truly feel valued and accepted, I don't need to work harder, I just need to be more accepting of myself. And I just need to be the authentic, real, honest version of me. And so over the last 2 years, I've kind of just made that my mission, is to learn how to belong to myself just by being me. And I've realized that people around me, my closest friends, don't love me because of anything I've done. They've loved me because of who I am. My strengths, my weaknesses, all of it for me. All throughout high school, I got better at storytelling, and that sounds weird. I was able to get more opportunities too. I don't know what I'm saying. So that's a big thing I've been learning about over the last 2 years since I stopped making as many YouTube videos. But the other thing I've been learning a lot about is expectations and kind of perfectionism, as well as about reputation. Perfectionism is something I kind of developed because of expectations set on me by other people, but also mainly by myself. When I did the Jack Ruhl Show, I felt this expectation to be this positive, energetic, hardworking person all the time, which was great because for the most part I was that person, but that was only half of what was going on. The other half were the hard things, like the heartbreaks I was going through with friends and family and girls and all that kind of stuff. And I felt like I couldn't show that. I thought people just wanted the Jack Ruhl they came to know, the one who made those videos. Because when people all around campus and around the country would call me Jack Ruhl from the Jack Ruhl Show, that's what I thought they wanted. Because that's what they expected from me, was this guy who they saw on YouTube. I felt like I had to live up to this idea of who Jack Ruhl was supposed to be. And I hate saying my name like that because it makes it sound like it's not me. It's this idea of someone. And it made me hate who I was and who I was becoming. I remember there was this time, my freshman year in college, when I went back to my youth group in Pennsylvania. And this girl I knew in high school told me, "I'm so glad we're friends because in the future, I'll be able to say, I know Jack Ruhl one day when you're famous." And I'm sure she didn't mean anything mean or wrong by it, but the way I took that was, oh, I need to be famous and I need to do it quick. And I had this huge expectation that I felt like I had to be that person. Pair that with my expectations for myself and you have a paralysis. I was so scared of not being this person that people thought I was, or that I thought people thought I was, that I had this fear of, oh, what if I'm not who they think I am? What if I fail? What if I'm not absolutely perfect? And all of this made me so afraid to make something that's not perfect that I didn't make anything at all. I was afraid to start, and afraid to practice, and afraid to try new things. And my sophomore year and junior year, I barely made anything. I thought if I tried something that was outside of my RA job, I might get fired. And I was terrified of losing that job because that was the only way I was paying for school. And so all these expectations and fears I had started piling up, and I just got paralyzed. And there was a lot of sitting in the shower, listening to Frank Ocean, and just thinking, God, I need to find a way out of this, or I just need a win. And eventually I found out that the only way out of this paralysis was to give up who I thought I needed to be, or who I was expected to be. And I just decided just to be me. The issue with perfection is that it's not real. And you can chase it, and it's probably good to chase it, but you gotta know it's an impossible thing because it's not a real thing. And if it is a real thing, then it's boring. It's not fun, it's not entertaining, it's just dull. It's really scary to be real and honest and authentic and share something like this with the world. But if there's anything I've found to be true in the last 2 years, it's that the things I'm most scared to share with the world are often the things I need to share with the world the most. And if that's not real, then I don't really know what is. So this whole video is me sharing the things that I'm afraid of everyone else knowing, that I'm this insecure, anxious, complicated person, and I'm absolutely terrified of not reaching the potential that I believe I have. But at the end of the day, you live life forwards and you understand it backwards. But you just gotta keep moving forward. And as the great Childish Gambino once said,
I am what I am, everything I wanna be.
I hope this makes sense.